members are going to be streaming in here pretty soon. This is Virtual Happy Hour presented by Michelob Ultra. We got the man, the legend, Mr. Killer Crossover himself, Tim Hardaway. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
What's happening, Kelenna? First of all, like I do all the time, man, I want to thank the first responders. I want to thank the doctors. I want to thank the nurses. I want to thank everybody out there on the front line that's protecting us, making sure that we are safe, making sure that we are well. And God bless them. We love you all, and you all continue to be safe out there.
Same. That's great, man. First of all, how are you doing? How is your family doing during this time? I know this is weird times, kind of shelter in place and staying home, all that. How you been?
Man, it's weird times for everybody. Everybody is up in the air. What's supposed to happen? What don't supposed to happen? What we should do? What we don't supposed to do? Yeah. We just got to be safe, man. We all in this together, and we all have to be safe. We all got to take care of one another. We all got to be cordial with one another, and we all got to be positive to make this go away and to make it semi or back to normal.
Right.
My family is doing our part, and we talking to people and making sure they're encouraged to do their part. And but just working out. And I encourage people to work out, get up, get a stretch in, do some yoga, walk, jog, work out, ride a bike, do something. People do something. Get that stress off you. Just thinking about what's gonna happen, looking at CNN all the time, looking at this, just get out and do something different and get some exercise in and pump that hard, get that blood circulating and get yourself in shape or something like that. That I encourage people to do that. And that's what we've been doing. And we've been having fun doing it, and until the norm come back or somewhat the norm coming back, that's all we can do. But how's your family?
My family's great, man. Everybody's good. We're doing the same thing, just sheltering in place and definitely staying active, trying to stay positive, exercising, like you're saying. Got to keep your mind working. You go crazy. But to your career, the Run TMC days or years, I know you, Chris, and Mitch are still friends. What are some of your favorite memories from that time, the Run TMC years?
Not only on the court, but our families off the court. We used to have barbecues. We used to go to the park and hang out with each other, our families. Birthday parties, going to different, not the Cheesecake Factory, but Chuck E. Cheese and all that type of stuff, going to the amusement parks and everything like that. That's what we used to do, man. And our families, we still connected like that to this day. And, we call each other wives on Mother's Day. They call us on Father's Day. We call each other on birthdays and everything like that. And but it's back in those days, man, it was just camaraderie. Mm-hmm. It was understanding your teammates, how much fun you had with them on the court and going out there trying to win. We was as one. We was always synced as one. You looking over, you might look at somebody and we'd throw it right past their ear for a layup. So we had different facial expressions for different things. We post somebody up, we might go like this. That means that he gonna do a 360 and you lob it to him. Don't lob it for a dunk, but just lob it up there so he can get it over the defender's stretched arm. So we just had signs and look at each other and to make plays. But man, we had fun, man. We had fun. Like I said before, man, Don Nelson was an innovator and he was ahead of his time. And the game is played like that today. And a lot of people didn't understand it back then. But, a lot of coaches understand it now.
That's a beautiful thing. That chemistry is what it's about, that nonverbal communication. And you guys had that for sure. You just mentioned Don Nelson. You have any funny Don Nelson stories or interesting Don Nelson stories?
Man, I was my first year there. I think it was the first game at El Paso. Nelly, after the game, they, I didn't know this. I didn't know that they drink beer and after the games and all that type of stuff. So Nelly, he had a 6-pack on him. So he'll put 2 here in this jacket pocket. He'll put 2 in that jacket pocket. He'll put 1 inside the jacket pocket, the suit jacket pocket, and he'll have 1 in his hand drinking it. So he always carried a 6-pack with him after the game. So, you know, I mean, he always was that way, and he was always funny. You know, one day he came in the gym. Like I said, I'm a rookie. All right, let's make a half-court shot. All right, I'll see y'all later. I'm like, what just happened? Oh, man, he probably got a tea time somewhere. He don't want to have practice. He giving us a day off. All right, but he just wanted us to come in just to wake up to get stuff. I'm like, you know, I wasn't used to that. If you come to practice, you practice. You know, you're gonna practice hard. You're gonna do something hard. But yeah, but he made it fun. He had fun jokes and you know, he was just a player's coach, and I see why everybody loved him.
Yeah, definitely a player's coach. He is a character. So the killer crossover, we got to talk about that. How did you come up with that move, and why did you come up with that move? What made you go to that as kind of your patented move?
You know, I didn't know it was going to be a patented move. I didn't know that it was going to be the killer crossover to what everybody say it is, UTEP 2-step. But I devised it in Texas El Paso, and I was just working on my game after practice, and I just was doing this move, and it just came to me between the legs in front, between the leg. I mean, it was just, and I did it so fast as I was coming down practicing. You know, I never even imagined it being the way it is today, and people still have it in their repertoire today. So when I was working on it, it wasn't a thought in my mind because I was doing other things. I used to do the crossover and wrap behind my back. I used to do in and out moves, crossovers. I used to just put it between my legs and go left hand. I just had an arsenal with my dribbling skills because I patterned myself after Isaiah Thomas, and he had an arsenal with his dribbling skills too.
Yeah.
You know, so I just, you know, that's why I patterned myself after, and it was always to the basket. It was never veering away or shaking your man, then stop, then shake your man again, because I never like to exert a lot of energy. I like to get there and do what I need to do and make a play for my team and get back on defense, because my coach always said, you're going to exert a lot more energy on defense than on offense. On offense, you always be fresh. But on defense, you're going to be tired because you're going to be running around, folks. You're going to get over picks. We're going to pick up 3/4 court, and you're going to have to move your feet and stay in front of your man and help defense. So defense will always be harder than offense, and which was true.
It's true. Yeah, when people talk about great ball handling, they got to say your name. I mean, you're one of the best to do it all the time. Like you said, it wasn't just the killer crossover, the double crossover. You had all kinds of different moves, but that double crossover, it seemed to always work. And then if it didn't work, you could pull it back and do it again. The
key to dribbling is you got to stay low. You have to stay low, and you have to be in this box. And I didn't like I was always taught to be in a box, and if you get out of the box, you're out of bounds, or you're not out of bounds. You're not in control of yourself or the basketball. So I always like to be in control. So I always stayed in this box, and I always and I had a good teacher in grammar school, where he said, once you get a guy on your shoulder right here, either shoulder, if you got him on your shoulder, you can control him, and you get to wherever you want to get to and make a play for you or your teammates. And that's what I used to do. I used to want to get my shoulder past him and have him on my hip where I could do what I need to do out there on the court. So that's why I like to be in a box and under control and to make a move. So with that double crossover, boop, 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 you know, and it caught people off guard because they thought I was going to go, and I just put it back in front of them and be back in between my legs and go straight to the basket. So, I mean, I used to catch him with varieties of dribbling skills, because a friend of mine, he said, Tim, I want you to do this. And I used to go out there and do it. Like, I want you to put it crossover and between and put it behind your back and go left. I said, all right, I'm going to do it. Then he said, okay, I want you to do the crossover. And then after you do the crossover, put it back between your legs and go left. Because he wanted me to go left too. So I used to do all that type of stuff, man. And it just was effective to me. And I used to love to dribble the basketball. I used to make money off dribbling basketball. I used to walk the ball on the concrete when we was going to the playground. And I used to walk the ball between my legs, just walking. And every block I did, they give me $1, or there was $1 in the bank. Every time I messed up, because I couldn't mess up, car comes, I just stop and just go between my legs. And then when they left, then I just keep walking the ball, just walking the ball. It's like dancing, basically. And I made a lot of dollars. You know, 5 blocks, $5 back in the 80s. Come on, man. Early 70s, late 70s, man, that was a lot of money.
Wow. I've never heard that story. Well, you had that thing on the string for sure, so it worked. I used to love watching.
No question. No question.
Yeah.
Had on the road. Had to have it on the road.
Yeah. Season ticket members, we see you. Welcome.
Yeah.
You know how to go. Just throw your questions in there. Adeline, Mike, Chua, we see you. I saw you, Prakash, Jeff. I love it. Let's see. What is your best memory of using your crossover on someone? Jeff wants to know.
Oh man, Jeff, man, you know. I tell you this, it wasn't even in the NBA. I was coming back and from my ACL, and everybody stopped picking me up full court. And when I came back from my ACL in the summer league, they was like, "Oh, we picking you up full court." I had people that never pick me up full court. He's like, "Oh, yeah, we're gonna work. We're gonna see if you got it. We think that you have lost it." That's what he told me. We think you have lost it. So I said, okay, well, you know, I'm telling you, man, I'm back. All right, whatever. So I crossed this dude over. He came right out of his shoe. I mean, literally. You know how my man Zion come out of his shoe? How his shoe tore? That's the way his shoe tore. And he couldn't play no more because back then you only had one pair of shoe, and this was the summer league. So he was done for the night. So that was a memorable moment for me about the crossover. I crossed him, tore his shoe up.
Can you imagine if social media was around back then?
Yeah.
How many that would get? That'd be all over Instagram, Twitter.
I would have had 300 billion followers after that.
You would have. Oh my goodness. Have you been watching the Last Dance?
Oh, no question.
You have?
Yes, sir.
You got any thoughts on that team or on that documentary that's happening right now? It's pretty fun to watch.
Well, I remember when Mike first came into the league, I was going into my senior year. So I used to watch him back then. Before he came to the Bulls, you could go in a stadium. It was called a stadium then. You go in a stadium and sit anywhere on the floor, near the floor, wherever, because it was just like that. So when he came, season ticket holders went bananas. It sold out, everything. I went from down there to being in the third balcony. All right, in the last seat in the third balcony. So and Henry Thomas used to give me those tickets. My agent passed away, may he rest in peace. But so he used to give me those tickets. And man, I used to watch Michael, man, and it was just enjoyable. But
you grew up in Chicago. You played pickup games against him, right?
Yeah. I played pickup games against him in Chicago. Played summer league games against him in Chicago. But I'm gonna tell you this: I love The Last Dance because he's telling the story of what made him to become that type of ball player and that mentality. All right, I'm gonna tell you this. All right, when everybody said, he was a selfish ball player. He wasn't a teammate. He wasn't this. He wasn't that. Coming from North Carolina, yes, he was. All right. When he got to Chicago Bulls, like he said, the first game, they was losing in the third quarter. They was losing by 12 points and 16 points. Everybody thought the game was over with. They had 12 more minutes. They was like, all right, what we going to do tomorrow? What we going to do the night after the game? This game's over with. Whatever. Mike in the huddle like, hold on, wait. We got 12 more minutes. I'm going to come out here and win the game. He went out there and won the game. that's when his mentality starts saying, hey, I got to win these games. I got to be the man. I got to be the one to take this team to that next level.
Yeah.
All right. So when he said that you having Phil Jackson come to this team, he said to take the ball out of my hand. But you got to remember, everything was Michael Jordan, because there was nobody on that team that could do that. Mm. So when Phil came in, he was like, all right, Michael, we got to play team basketball now. You have a team. All right. You have a team. We can win, but you gotta coexist with us, and you have to believe. Once he started believing, that's when he started going back to being his old self. But he still made buckets, but he wasn't selfish as he was when he didn't have nobody. So that's why I like him telling that story, and I like him telling him what made him Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls, because they had to get through the Detroit Pistons. And that's the way the game was played back in that day, in that era. We didn't care who you was. We was going to come out here and methodically and physically and mentally beat you up and try to win. All right. Yeah. The game is not like that today, because everybody want everybody to be safe and don't get hurt. But back then, man, you was getting beat up, and you had to be physical, and you had to learn how to take that physicality. And that's what he's saying today. That's what made Michael Jordan who Michael Jordan is, because he wanted to win. The Detroit Pistons made him want to win. And that's the whole thing.
Yeah, MJ was just different, man. And he was making his teammates better once Phil Jackson got there trying. Tell me what you think of this, though. So remember before the documentary, he was like, man, I don't want people to see this and think I'm a jerk. And people talk about him being hard on his teammates and getting on him in practice and how he rode guys and all that stuff. Watching this, I really haven't seen anything that's out of the norm. Like Jordan, all the clips that you see of Jordan, maybe cussing out Scott Burrell or the young guys or whoever, it's like par for the course. Like I've seen worse. And maybe on the teams I've been, it's multiple guys getting on other guys. And with the Bulls, it's maybe just one guy getting on everybody. But I've seen worse. My high school AAU basketball coach was more of an a-hole than Jordan has been, at least in this documentary. Maybe there's stuff that he's not showing, but it's par for the course. What do you think? Have you seen about the same, or is there anything that you watch and go, oh man, that's different? I don't see anything different than what I've been used to.
Exactly. I don't see anything different than what I was used to, and how I was brought up, and how you want to motivate your team and get your team to play the way you want them to play with you when you out there on the basketball court. Like he said, if you don't want to play like I play, if you don't want to win like I want to win, and if you don't put in the work like I put in the work, well, you don't need to be on my team. And he was really, really, really sincere about that, because he was crying. He's like, I'm getting all this flack, and here I am. All I want to do is win. You start like at the Olympics, Magic was talking smack, and then Magic was like, all right, well, why don't you do something about it? Exactly. You did something about it, and that's when they knew that. And another thing, when we play, a lot of people that takes it personal. Okay, it's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. It's once you get on that court, it's all about winning. It doesn't matter how I win, but I got to do something to get you out of your game, get you out of your character, so I can win this game. Okay? If that's physically beating you up, that's what I'm going to do. If that's mentally beating you up, that's what I'm going to do. If I'm going to talk a lot of smack, that's what I'm going to talk. But whatever I can do to get you out of your character, that's what I need to do. And a lot of people that we play with, that's GMs now, and that's scouts now. When you see them and talk to them, how they look at you, man. I mean, like it's like they looking at you like, man, please, I don't even want to talk to you no more. How you treated me on the basketball court. That's the way we play. Yeah. We have a killer mentality, but don't take it out on us when we asking you for a job or ask you let's talk or, or ask you, can I be a member of your staff? Don't do that, because that isn't right. But that's a lot of GMs and a lot of director of player personnel. That's how they look at people and say, like, you was a jerk. Now, I wasn't a jerk. I was just a hard-nosed guy that wanted to win, and I took the game seriously.
Right. You were just doing what you were supposed to do. If you were killing them on the court, that was your job. That's what they paid.
Yeah, but no, I mean, guys take it personal. They definitely, they say they don't, they lying.
Yeah.
They are lying to you.
Was Jordan the best player you ever played against, or who was the best player?
Man, I played against a lot of players in the NBA. Jordan was probably, yes, he was the best that I ever played against in the NBA, no question. I mean, his footwork was great. His mental attitude on the court was great. He didn't let nothing deter him from what he's supposed to do and what his team's supposed to do, because he's been there. He done that. He was there all the time. So, man, I mean, their game, their attention to detail, was on point. And that's what it's supposed to be. If you want to win, Kobe Bryant was like that. And Dwight Howard didn't like that. Dwight wanted to play. No, man, this is a business. We're trying to win championship. You don't want to win championship here? No, you can't play. Now he understands that now, but it was too late. Yeah. It's too late now. Kobe wanted you to be on his team so you can learn from him, but now it's too late. But yeah, man, I mean, that's the way the game was played. I mean, or is played, same way with Dwayne Wade and LeBron James and them guys out there, Steph. And, I'm going to tell you this. I think Draymond Green talks more than Michael Jordan.
Probably. You're probably right. It's easy to see on TV. Like, the dude does not stop talking ever to his teammates, to opposing team, to the referees. You're probably right.
Mike, and I'm gonna tell you this: Mike really never talked unless you talk to him. If you talk to him, then you really open a can of worms. Then, but if he didn't say nothing, don't say nothing to him.
Right. It's a bad idea to talk to him. You wake up a sleeping giant, or maybe not sleeping. You just wake him up. But you had an incredible, amazing career, and then transitioning to life after basketball. You've done some coaching. You've done a lot of camps for the kids, and you're giving knowledge to the younger generation. And you have a son, Tim Hardaway Jr., that is in the NBA. He's with Dallas Mavericks now. He was having a great season. Talk about what your relationship with your son is like, and how much coaching you give him. What's that dynamic like?
I almost messed it up. He almost stopped playing basketball. In high school, I was on him so hard that, I wanted him to play like I played. I wanted him to approach the game like I approached the game. Even in high school, I approached the game like, I'm scouting teams. I'm scouting this guy. I'm scouting that guy. I knew what they like to do and what they didn't like to do. But, he wasn't like that. He was a guy that just likes to go out there and play, understood how to play, had a great IQ for the game. But he just wanted to approach it his way, and which I can understand that. Everybody has their way to approach the game, and his approach was different than my approach, and I wanted him to be like me. So I almost destroyed the whole family. He didn't want to look at basketball with me. I was like, come over here, son, let's watch basketball. He was like, he just kept walking. I don't even want to talk to you. And my wife was like, well, why don't you stop getting on him? And I said, well, and then one day I was driving, and I don't know why it went this way, but I was driving, and I just started thinking about what he was doing and what my wife was saying. But they've been saying it for like the last 2 years. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this approach with him. For his last year, going into his senior year, I'm not going to say not one word. not one word. Well, it was going to his junior year. I'm sorry. I'm not going to say not one word. One thing I'm going to say is good game. Y'all have to do better next game. I'm just going to, just congratulate them and be positive all the time. And they thought I couldn't do it. It hurt me. It hurt me deeply because I couldn't say what I want to say.
Yeah.
But I understood that it helped him.
You got to let him breathe a little bit.
You got to let him breathe a little bit or a lot. So I said, whenever you want to talk, you can talk to me. Whenever you want to ask me questions, you can ask me questions. And yes, we still going to play basketball, and you still going to be on my team. And while we playing, I'm still going to get on you.
Yeah.
And pick up. So, but other than that, I'm not going to mess with you. I'm not going to talk to you about basketball. Yeah. Our friendship became better. Father and son became better. Wanted to watch TV, games with me, sit down and watch games with me. We talked about basketball, talked about, how to get better and what he needs to do to get better. So it was I had to step back and check myself and make sure that he understood how to, play the game himself. Right. And carrying it, to him this far. And, I'm just ecstatic for him. I know when something's wrong with him, I say, hey, I call him up, I text him. I say, if you want to talk, you can talk. We can talk. I'm still up. Or if I really know something wrong, I call him up, about 30 minutes after the game. Yo, you all right, man? Everything okay? You want to talk about something? Yeah, I'll call you back. I got to get out of here. I'll call you back and we'll talk. But other than that, sometimes I don't even, after he have a good game, I don't even text him. I just be like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. And I just go to bed. I just turn off TV and go to bed. But, he knows I'm watching. And I'm ecstatic to go to all his. If I go to all his games, I bet all his games, and I'm happy and I have fun there. And and I told him, as long as I can, I'm gonna come to all your games and be there, and even out of town, and just support you because that's what they need. They need support, and I have fun doing it. But I'm just ecstatic. Words can't describe how I feel because I could talk about it all day, all night, but it's still not going to describe how I feel inside.
That's dope, man. And obviously your approach worked because he was able to kind of develop his own love for the game away from his dad. And now you guys can vibe together and talk about the game and everything. And he's had a nice career up until this point.
Yeah, so he's had a very nice career. And, it's going to even get better. His mind, each year your mind mature. Each year your body mature. And that's the way he's, I can hear him talking, that's how I know he's maturing. I can hear it in his voice. I can see it in his play. I could just see in his whole demeanor. You know how, you get a guy, he walking, you see his demeanor. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, he got it now. He got it now. So yeah, I'm happy for him.
That's really cool. So the Warriors, now they play at Chase Center. They used to play at Oracle, and we got season ticket members here, and some of them were season ticket members back when the Warriors were at Oracle. You were someone that actually played in Oracle with and against the Warriors. So what was it like for you having that energy, that Dub Nation crazy energy behind you, and then coming in to play against that and trying to focus and prepare for that, and then coming in and trying to execute and lead a team while you got Dub Nation screaming at you? What was it like on both sides?
I'm going to tell you this, man. The Oakland Coliseum, that's where we started at. I'm just going to tell you, these are some basketball fanatics.
They are.
Their IQ of basketball is through the roof. They know if you dog it. They know if you're not playing your hardest. They know if you out there just going through the motions, because they will tell you. Them people will tell you. They've been through a lot of basketball. I'm talking about Al Adams, which I got his shirt on too. And Al Adams. You got Rick Barry. You got Will Chamberlain. You got all those guys, man. I'm telling you, man, they know a lot about basketball, and they will let you have it if you're not out there doing what you're supposed to do. Them are some loyal fans. They just got to go a little bit further. They got to get over the bridge, get over there and go a little bit further. But, man, they are some loyal fans, and they love – not only do they love the Warriors, they love the Giants, they love the A's, and they love the Raiders. But I'm going to tell you this, man. The Warriors, man, it was a sellout. We wasn't winning, and it was a sellout. It was a sellout, and we wasn't winning. We wasn't even in contention of being in the playoffs. But they were there every night, and they cheered every night, and we love them for that. And that's all you can ask for from fans, and they're ecstatic now. I'm so happy for them. The last 5, 6, 7 years, I've been happy for them because they deserve all of this because they're loyal fans. When you loyal fans like them, they deserve what's happening with the Warriors now, and the fortitude and the environment and the enthusiasm. That's what it's all about. So I'm happy for them, but they just got to go a little bit further, and they get to eat. And then after the games, they had to go to San Francisco anyway. So why not just have it there and just go out after the game and just hang out right there and make it sometimes make it a weekend out of it. But yeah, man, I'm happy for the fans, and they loyal fans, and I love them to death, and I love interacting with them all the time.
Beautiful. That support is definitely much appreciated for sure. But so how have you spent your shelter in place? I think one of the season ticket members asked, what's your favorite dish you're cooking now?
Oh, man, we've been eating a lot of chicken and a lot of fish, baked fish. I love some baked fish and baked chicken. But I love catfish. Wife cooked catfish and spaghetti. Sometimes she goes all out on Sunday, and it'd be like a real Sunday meal with yams, greens, pot roast, all type of stuff. But during the week when we really working out and and just want to eat right, it's really just baked fish, baked chicken, potatoes, some pasta here and there, light pasta, and some stuff like that. But it's nothing, and a lot of salads, but it's with shrimp. But it ain't. But it's nothing, too crazy and anything like that. But my wife, she when she ready to cook, she throws down, and that's Sunday. She throwing down every Sunday. We look forward to it. We look forward to it when she wants to throw down.
Yeah. There you go. Any new hobbies or anything like that with the family?
With the family, I asked them. I said, I've been thinking about, let's do a puzzles. Let's go out and one day let's go and just get a puzzle. From Target, or I guess Walmart or somewhere like that, or even order a puzzle and let's put it together as a family and just hang out. Most of the time we playing Uno. One time we played Uno. Not one hand, but one before anybody won lasted 45, 50 minutes. We was like, whoo, that was a great game. They like, I don't want to play. I said, come on now. How y'all do not want to play? Y'all want to play. I'm into it now. Even though I lost, I'm into it. That was fun. 50 minutes. Nobody won it. That was great.
Yeah.
Make the time go by too.
Yeah, it does for sure. I've been watching Netflix. I just got done watching, was it the HBO show McMillions? Did you hear about that? The McDonald's?
Yeah. I'm going to tell you this, though. It's a show come on Tuesday night.
Okay.
With 50 Cent for Life. That is a really good show. Y'all need to catch up on that. The first year. This was the first year. It's called For Life.
Okay.
It's really good. You got into it. It's really good. I'm into it, and man, I can't wait to next season because I'm be right there.
All right, I'm gonna have to check that one out. Have you ever experienced anything like this as a player, just like an extended amount of downtime that you didn't expect you would have, or anything close?
Lockout season. We did a couple times lockout season where we it went all the way, man, to January. It went that far, and they said if it would have got to All-Star break, that was it. The season was done. So a couple of times we the lockout season. So yeah, but see, we talking about not playing regularly and on schedule. This is a pandemic where we cannot go outside, go places, do things, and fly here and fly there and do this and that. No, this is different from that. But yeah, not playing and not being on a regular schedule, yes, it's because of lockout. But this is a pandemic, man, where you got to stay where you at, no flying, and this is serious. This is life and death. That wasn't life and death. That was just about money.
True. Yeah, this is crazy. And you're a fan of Michelob Ultra, no?
Yes, I am. No question. I used to drink those. I used to drink those in what's that? In college, man. You drink a Michelob Ultra after the game, man. Go home and sometimes I know in college sometimes you had to play 40 minutes.
Oh yeah,
the whole game. A lot of people don't understand 40 minutes is hard. The whole game in college. I mean, college is totally different from NBA. You got, we running around back then. Our shot clock was 35 seconds. Or 40. Oh, it was 45 seconds. I'm sorry, 45 seconds. So man. I mean, if they get a rebound, it goes back to 45. We like, oh man, look at that. So So no, man, So there you go. I'm a big fan of Michelob Ultra.
That's good. That's good. We gotta talk about the Warriors Community Foundation. Season ticket members, just don't forget, you get a chance to donate to the Warriors Community Foundation. Website is www.warriors.com/foundation. And then also Michelob Ultra, from now until May 30th, Michelob Ultra is donating $1 for every case of Michelob Ultra sold to local chapters of United Way on the West Coast, including California. And the local chapters of United Way are providing relief to those left vulnerable by the pandemic, providing services like food, shelter, etc. for the community. As a brand committed to health and wellness, Michelob Ultra wants to support and ensure health and wellness for everyone during these tough times and give back to the community. So big ups.
Big ups. If they giving $1 away, everybody just go buy some Michelob Ultra. So they get them dollars away to help these people out, man. I mean, you know what? It's not enough recognition or enough TV coverage or social media to make people understand that it's people out here that's really, really, really hurt and not eating. Kids that's not eating. Homeless people that's not eating because of the pandemic, because everything has halted. These people need help. And Michelob Ultra, you doing your job to do it. We appreciate you. And everybody, man, go get some Michelob Ultra. Even if you don't drink it, go get it for somebody else who drinks it and give it to them so your dollar can go to something good.
Right. It's for a great cause. Yeah. You can find more info on how to donate directly to United Way at united.michelobultra.com. So season ticket members, there you go. Now, Tim, it's time for the trivia question.
Okay.
And I think we've done this pretty much every time. So if you get the trivia question right, you get a signed jersey from the man himself, Tim Hardaway. And we got one today, do we? Yeah, one today, not two. Yeah. So, okay, Tim, go ahead. What is the trivia question? And the first to get it, I'm going to be looking in the comments. First to get it, I'll call out your name and you get the jersey.
And look at everybody. See, I can see everybody on their phones getting ready to Google something, like, hey, I know I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. Hey,
if they got Google, they're not going to be tired.
Google. I mean, what y'all used to? You had to really think. You didn't have that Google to just tell you what so and so. Well, so and so, this and that, blah blah. Man, please. Yeah, that's cheating, people. That's cheating. All right.
If you got to go to Google, you're probably not going to be in time. You're probably not going to be first. So hopefully someone
that is true. That is true.
Yeah. Okay. Ready? Go ahead.
All right. What was my 3 numbers that I wore in the NBA?
3 numbers that Tim Hardaway wore in the NBA. Go. Yeah, we got a little bit of a delay, so they're going to be pouring in here in a little bit. We got 3 numbers that Tim wore here. I got my eyes on the comments. Let's see.
And I want to get this guy to ask me what was my memorable moment. No, what was your welcome to the league moment? I got to tell him that.
Okay, you saw that question. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that question.
5, 10, and 14. They're coming in fast.
Yep, that was it.
That was it.
Somebody said 5, 10, and 1. That was Penny.
Who was first? It came so fast that I couldn't even figure out who was first. Hopefully Karen or someone. I didn't see who was first. All at once, 5 people got it at the same time. It looked like. Oh well. Well, that's not for us to decide.
We'll get you. We get your name. Don't worry about it. We'll get you. But yeah.
And then what was the other question? What was the other question you asked?
Who, me?
Yeah, you asked another question.
No. I was going to tell the one guy. He asked me, and it's really, really funny.
Go ahead.
What was my welcome into the league moment?
Okay, welcome to the league moment. What was it?
So I'm hyped. I'm in Texas, El Paso. Our first preseason game. I'm hyped back at home. All right. So we say, all right, let's go at the tunnel. The Utah Jazz is already out there warming up. So I'm running. They say, lead us out, Tim. So I'm running down all fast. So I get down there. The announcer's like, and Tim Hardaway. And I look back. I turned red inside, but I looked back and I was like, y'all tricked me like that. But the fans there in El Paso, they cheered me on. So I just dropped the ball and it was like this. I'm back, and they gave me a standing ovation. But I was totally embarrassed. I was really embarrassed.
That was preseason, right?
You
said that was preseason?
That was preseason, the first game. The first preseason game in '89. I don't even know how. If I was somewhere else, I probably wouldn't even play well. But since I was in El Paso, I played pretty well.
Yeah. Every team, I feel like every team does that now. They always do that to the rookies. They always say, hey, lead us out, young fella. And then he runs out.
I never would have betted and thought about that in a million years that would ever happen to me.
Yeah, that happened to me too. By the time I got with the Warriors, I had already done it, but because they tried to get me with the Warriors, I was like, no, I've already done that. You can't get me again. Yeah, but
exactly.
That happens to all the rookies. That's hilarious. I think they did it this year too.
Oh, they got somebody, huh? Man,
yeah, I think the Jordan Poole, or I can't remember. I think they might have did it to him, but
wow,
that is hilarious. All right. Well, this was a fun conversation, man. It was great.
Yes, it was. I appreciate you all, and I always appreciate the Warriors. You're doing a good job on TV, man. I always like listening to you. And hey, man, we're gonna get through this, everybody. We're gonna get through this. Everybody just have to be positive. That's all. Yeah.
Yes. Hopefully the NBA returns sooner than later. We can get back to the new normal.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
Whatever that is. But as long as we're playing games, we'll be all right.
Exactly. All right, everybody. This was fun. Everybody stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Stay positive. And stay active for sure, like Tim said. All right, buddy. Take care, buddy.
Take care.